and several people from Mind Dynamics joined me, and pretty soon we had trainings going in San Francisco, in Chicago, and in Portland, Oregon, and I quit. I quit my own company.
You quit. Yeah, all right, perfect. Yeah, this is actually a great point too, because when you are an entrepreneur, you do have to know when to fire yourself. You do have to know when it's time
Yes.
to let folks run the business the way it needs to be run. You can't be building it and expect to be the person, the face of it, and do everything. You have to have it in your mind when it's going to be time for you to move on. So yeah, please, yeah, go ahead, Chair.
Well, we could do an entire program
Yes,
as one, and maybe we should, on
Mhm.
what I learned from that, because what I learned from that is what I do now. But what I realized is that when I worked for Mind Dynamics, there was a part of running the business that I was unaware of. You know, the Buddhists have this, the Zen Buddhists have this expression that fish don't describe water very well. Whatever you're living in, you think that's reality, but quite often you see very little of reality. And the reality that I didn't see was that there was something called the organization's purpose, its vision, and its values that I took for granted, because Alexander handled all of that without talking about it. He was the example of living a life of purpose, of vision, and values. And I enjoyed that, and everybody in Mind Dynamics enjoyed it. It's why we grew so rapidly. And so when I started LifeSpring, I made an assumption that it would be the same, and it wasn't. And I found out my early hires, my partners, in effect, were not aligned with me around purpose, vision, and values. And that made everything miserable.
Right.
It just didn't work. It didn't work. I mean, we grew in revenue and profit, but it didn't feel good. So I quit.